The following timeline summarizes several milestones in evolutionary theory that are not widely known among the general public today. 1. 1859. Charles Darwin publishes the first edition of On the Origin of Species, mentioning Alfred Russel Wallace's closely related theory. 2. 1915. T. H. Morgan and colleagues published The Mechanism of Mendelian Heredity, providing a deep understanding of the links between genes and chromosomes based on extensive observations in fruit flies. 3. 1942. Julian Huxley publishes Evolution, the Modern Synthesis, combining classical Darwinian theory with Mendelian genetics and population genetics, linking speciation to changes in allele frequencies in natural populations. 4. 1944. Oswald Avery and colleagues prove that DNA is the genetic material. 5. 1953. James Watson and Francis Crick, relying on X-ray diffraction data from Rosalind Franklin, publish a brief letter in Nature elegantly describing the double helical structure of DNA that suggested a possible replication mechanism. 6. 1953. Stanley Miller publishes the Miller-Urey simulation in Science, showing a possible way that organic compounds such as amino acids could arise on primitive Earth, catapulting the prebiotic soup hypothesis into the public awareness. 7. 1957 to 1961. Francis Crick and colleagues perform experiments linking DNA to messenger RNA and the genetic code. 8. Mid-1960s. HG Khorana and colleagues decipher the genetic code, in which DNA and RNA triplets code for each of the 20 different amino acids of protein sequences. 9. 1970. Susumo Ohno publishes Evolution by Gene Duplication. 10. 1970s and 1980s. Using powerful technical breakthroughs, including but not limited to recombinant DNA technology, DNA sequencing, computer databases, and PCR, scientists find widespread sources of variation including transposable elements, horizontal gene transmission, repetitive sequence evolution, and more. 11. 1975. Mary Claire King and Alan Wilson publish Evolution at Two Levels in Humans and Chimpanzees in Science, introducing the critical importance of regulatory DNA sequences and control of gene expression in the evolution of complex biological organization. 12. 1980. Christian Nusslein-Volhard and Eric Wieschaus publish one of a remarkable series of papers describing the molecular and genetic determinants of fundamental aspects of animal development, such as the formation of the overall body plan and pattern formation. 13. 1988. Mike Russell and colleagues published the first in a series of papers proposing that life on Earth began in alkaline hydrothermal vents. 14. 1994. Robert Wright's The Moral Animal introduces evolutionary psychology to the general public, providing Darwinian perspectives on the origins of negative tendencies in the human mind and the social institutions they create. 15. 2006. Sean B. Carroll publishes Endless Forms Most Beautiful, describing the new science of evolutionary developmental biology, Evo-Devo, for popular audiences.